Hello my lovelies, so today we're going to have a chat, but before I start this video I've got a couple of people to say thank you to. Thank you so much to Laurie that sent me this gorgeous birthday card. It's got real feathers on it, isn't it absolutely beautiful? Thank you so much Laurie, I love the card and I love what you wrote in it. And you're not too late, my birthday is on the 30th of October, so I'm almost a witch. And yeah, Halloween, but it is so beautiful. I'm gonna keep it forever. It's just gorgeous. Thank you so much. And also thank you to, I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, but is it Renate? That's about, sounds a bit German, or Renate. From Canada. You sent me a little letter. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So I thought, because you know those Mondays videos I usually like chats, and that's when I thank people for whatever they've sent me, letters, cards, but today's video is not like a vlog, so I thought I'd just get that out of the way. So this video, and for those of you who know me and watch me all the time and been with me for a long time, I'm sorry that you will have to hear it again. I don't mind if you don't watch this video, but I felt I needed to do it because, as you know, I constantly read in my comments people asking what have I done to my eyes, have I had plastic surgery, my eyes are not as hooded, and don't think I'm being rude saying this. I am a bit fed up with it, and that's only because I know I talk about it all the time, but I understand that some of you don't watch me all the time, or watched me a long time ago and suddenly saw my video again, and I look a bit different, obviously after a few years. So I understand that, and I thought if I make this video, then I have somewhere to direct people to next time I get an answer. I get a question like this. I mean, I just had few comments the other day I read, and they were not even directed at me. Someone just said, has she had something done? I haven't seen her for a long time. So I thought I address it all in this video, and then if I get question like that, I've got this video, because can you imagine if I had to, whatever I'm going to say today, if I had to put that in comments to every of those questions. So don't think that I'm moaning about it or anything. I really just thought, yeah, that would be the best idea to do that, and then I can direct people to this video. So for those of you who've been with me for a long time, you know I'm very honest. I'm not here to deceive you. I started this channel to deal with my own aging and share it with you and help you, whether it be skincare, procedures or whatever works, so we can fight this aging process. And a lot of people say, well, why don't you just age gracefully, whatever that means, because I don't want to. And I don't believe any one of you out there that if someone came up to you and said, if I wave this magic wand and you will look 10 years younger, you would say, no thank you, I want to age gracefully. I don't believe that for a second. So I think we all like to look good, and I don't mean I want to look 20 years younger or I want to look like somebody else. I just want to look good for my age, as good as I can, and I'm sure most of us do. And you know, we talk here about everything. I've been honest with you about my depression, HRT, anything that affects our life as we age. So, you know, like I said, I'm not here to deceive you. We are in it together, and I'm here to help, if anything, or just share my experiences. So first of all, I've had no plastic surgeries whatsoever. And believe me, if I ever have, because if money was no object and I wasn't scared, I probably would have by now. But if I ever have, I definitely will share it with you, and I even take you to operating theatre if I can. Okay, so before I start my journey here on YouTube and what happened, this morning before I put my eye makeup on and my wig, I just filmed myself without the eye makeup to show you, first of all, that my eyes are still hooded. And I have fine lines and wrinkles, But when I started getting, you have to understand that if there are some changes that are very gradual, I probably don't notice them as much as you do because I see myself every day. But when I started getting these comments, and that would have been about February this year, March this year, I started looking at my older videos. And yes, I can see there is an improvement. I wouldn't say in my hood so much, but I feel like the skin is a bit tighter. And of course, my under eye bags is another story. So let's start from the beginning. I've got notes here because I had to write some dates. I had to go back in my videos and write some dates. So I started making videos on YouTube in November 2012. So that's 6 years ago. Oh my God, I can't believe it. And first of all, I was at least 15 pounds heavier than I am now. Because I think around that time I just gave up smoking. And I feel like my whole face looks much puffier. My bags look really bad at that time. And you know, because at that time I was doing a lot of videos about covering it with makeup and what to do, and I moaned constantly about my eye bags. So how all this happened? So I only got serious about skincare. I've always used, you know, I always took my makeup off and I've always used some sort of moisturizer since I was a teenager. But I only got serious about skincare about 2-3 years ago, and that was through watching YouTube. I saw ladies like Angie Hot and Flashy, Mary-Ellen, Melissa 55. They've been using Retinoid and they've had amazing results. So I started looking into skincare with active ingredients which actually make some impact on your skin, on the way your skin looks. So I think in about 2016 I started Retinoid, and by the way, Retinoid is the best anti-aging cream out there. Unfortunately, you have to get on prescription, and unfortunately there is a lot of side effects with it. And I tried it on and off, as you know, for I don't know how long, and I hated it because you get the peeling, you get the redness, irritation. I know that you have to really work up to it slowly, and I know all this, and when you've watched me you know that I know this. But I just couldn't put up with it. You know, I like wearing foundation, and when my face was peeling, the foundation would look horrible. So I just couldn't hack it. I wish I could, because I've seen the results of my fellow YouTubers. So I've decided then to change to retinol, which is another form of vitamin A, and it works like Retinoid but much, much slower. It's just, I think, Retinoid is a retinoic acid, whereas retinol, when you apply it into your face, it has to be converted into retinoic acid inside your skin. But I love using them, and I've used quite a lot, different ones. I was going to bring them here, but I will list everything that I use. So I use few retinol. I use the ordinary. Right now I'm using the Navan. I don't know if I pronounced the skincare right. I got this in one of my beauty hampers, my PR packaging, and I love it. I've been using this a lot along with the cream. I've also been using Sunday Riley Luna, anything that has retinol, and I swap and change. Also, my skin is not very sensitive, so I don't get any side effects from retinols. Am I going from the beginning? So yeah, so that will be my journey with Retinoid and retinol. The next thing, about 2 years ago, I started using the vitamin C serum from Skin Deva, and I use it every single day, every single morning, and I think that has had a big effect on my skin as well. But what about my eye bags though? I remember, and that would be longer than 2 years ago. Don't know if you remember, I've discovered this cream from Tranquility skincare called Bunish Puffy Eye Cream, and it worked perfectly. My bags reduced, and that's when I started getting, at that time, all these years ago, that my bags are looking better. And I know a lot of you bought this cream and you were happy, and I loved it. It is amazing cream, but obviously it's not a miracle. So at some point my bags wouldn't get any better. So they got to a certain point and stayed there. But those first eye cream that really worked for me, it has the holoxu in it, and I was very happy with it. But of course, being here on YouTube as well, I'm going to research and look for different things. So I was using that cream, I would say, till about, I don't know, I wasn't happy anymore. I've noticed that my bags got better, but were not getting any better. So then, when was it? In January 2017, so almost 2 years ago, I had my first trough fillers. I had fillers in my eye troughs. And I don't know, for those of you who remember, I had 0.5 ml in each, and I didn't feel like it made that much difference. So she came back the next week and I had another 0.5 ml in each again, and that looked a bit, was it after 2 weeks, I don't know, and that looked a bit better. I wouldn't say I saw amazing difference, but there was definitely a difference. And I don't know if I'm right, but I think what she told me is that because fillers are just hyaluronic acid, which our body produces naturally, it plumps up everything, attracts moisture, so that's what you get with fillers. And by the way, they are not permanent fillers, so they eventually get absorbed by your body, and that's it. I'll be scared to have anything permanent. So, and I've made a video about it. You saw me straight after having the fillers, so it's not like I've been ever hiding it from you. So I was saying, okay, the fillers apparently work over time, and they're supposed to last you anything from 6 months to a year. So then I had a top up in November 2017. So like 10 or 11 months after my very first fillers, I had again just 0.5 ml under each eye. And do you remember, I made a video about it, do you remember the bruise I got from it? I had a bruise for a month. It was horrendous, and that put me off fillers forever. And I know it's because she doesn't use cannula, she does it just with my therapist, with a needle. So if I ever try fillers under my eyes again, I would go to someone that does it with cannula. Cannula basically means they make a hole somewhere here. It's not a huge hole. Somewhere here, so they don't hit any blood vessels, and the needle that they use then to fill up your under eye area is blunt, which means it's not gonna pierce any blood vessels and you don't get the bruising. So that's what I would do if I had ever fillers again. And also, you know, I've had since I've been on YouTube, I maybe had Botox 3 or 4 times, and I never done it very regularly. So, and I've made videos about that. The very first time I was very happy, and the next time I was very unhappy because I basically cannot really have any Botox in my forehead, because you see I've got very strong muscles, so I can lift my eyebrows quite high. And when I had Botox in here, it paralyzed my forehead and brought my eyebrows right down. So someone who hates having hooded eyes had the most hooded eyes ever. I couldn't even move my eyebrow, to the point that when I was putting makeup on my eyes, I had to physically lift my eyebrow with my finger to be able to put the eyeshadow on. So as much as I would like to have Botox, because you know I've got these quite deep lines here, I really can't have it in here. But where I can have it is in my crow's feet, and look at them. I'm having Botox tomorrow on my crow's feet. Can you see how deep they are when I smile? Hate that. And Botox works wonderfully on those. So that's the only place I can have Botox, and maybe I can have it here. But I even feel like between my eyes is better than it used to be. Okay, so this brings me to the next stage, and this will be where I started getting the most comments on my eye bags, on my hooded eyes. It was about March. And the only thing I can think of is to remember in January of this year, I discovered the Olay Pro Retinol eye cream, the brand new cream that came out, and within 2 weeks I could see a difference. And I love it. It lasts very long time, so don't worry about it. It's a small tube, but you put, you know, tiny bit. I only use it once a day at night. Remember, this has retinol in it. So because I know some people said to me that their skin got really dry, which retinol can do. But that's just the natural way it works, or you got really itchy and red. Remember, it's retinol, so you still, if you're not used to it or you don't know if you're sensitive to it, you still should start very slowly. So just use it once a week and you can build up to it. I think when I first got it, actually, I was using it morning and night and my eyes felt a bit stingy underneath. So then I just stopped and I just use it every night. In the morning, I use something different. So I think for me, this cream is a miracle. And I know a few of you bought it and said that you felt the same. But in the US, you have this cream in a different tube, red tube. And someone told me that apparently the cream that you have in US, the Pro Retinol, has a bit different ingredients than the one in UK. And someone even told me that some YouTuber did a comparison video about these two creams, but I don't know who that was and I haven't seen it. But maybe look for it, because that must be something to do with FDA rules. Maybe there is some ingredients that you can have in the US or whatever that is different. But the one that we get in the UK, and you can easily get that cream from the UK, probably on Beauty Bay or Look Fantastic or wherever. If the one in a red tube didn't work for you, try the one from UK. So yeah, that's when I got the most comments, and I've noticed it myself. My under eye area feels tighter, less puffy, smoother. So I'm on my second tube now of that cream. The first one was like squeezing every tiny bit I could, because it's like liquid gold to me. So I think the only answer I have is that all these skincare products that I've been using for the last 2 years are working. But also remember, they are not miracle products. They are not going to work forever, because I'm going to still be getting older. They are not going to get rid of your wrinkles, especially the deep ones. They are not going to give you a facelift. They're just going to improve the quality of your skin. So, you know, when people say, oh, you have Botox, you have this, that's fine. Botox can just iron out your lines, but if your skin is in a bad condition, Botox is not going to help that, or fillers. Do you know what I mean? So you have to combine the two. You still have to use good skincare for the quality of your skin, and you can help it with some non-surgical procedures or surgical procedures. And that brings me to the point that I am not against it. I don't care what anybody does with their face, as long as it makes you feel better and doesn't hurt anybody else, it's fine. Like I said, I'm a bit scared of plastic surgery. A, because you have to go under general anesthetic. 2, is permanent, so if you wake up and don't like it, what you see, tough, you're stuck with it. That's why I'm so happy that there is so many non-surgical procedures now that can help tighten your face. The fillers, they do like a facelift with fillers, which I tell you something about that in a minute. The Botox, all therapy, I want to try that tightens your skin. There is so many new, advanced, amazing non-surgical procedures that can help us with rejuvenating our skin and the way we look. So saying that, when I've been doing, so that's the whole story. That's all I've had done. I've only ever had fillers twice, and I had Botox maybe 4 times. And my last Botox was year ago when I had in November 2017, when I had top up on my fillers. I had Botox just in my crow's feet, I think. So when I was doing all these, you know, lately I've done so many makeup tutorials. When I did the series of the Emily Edit the Wands palette, I did a video every day so I could see myself without the eye makeup. And I've noticed that when I smile, my crow's feet's gone really, really big, and they almost are encroached on here. So I've decided to have a Botox, and I'm having that tomorrow. So it takes about 2 weeks for the Botox to take full effect, but within a week you can start seeing pretty good results. So maybe next time, oh yeah, I put here the little clip that I did this morning of my crow's feet. So in a week I might show you again how they've changed, if they changed. Also, I booked another procedure and I'm quite excited about it. I just wanted to try, and it's fillers again, but it's jawline fillers. So I've noticed that lately I'm getting a bit of drooping here. Hang on, let me look in the mirror. Like, you know, getting jowly. And I also have quite short receding chin, like that. So there is this lovely therapist here that does fillers. I think she does lips, she does microblading. I might think of that as well for the future, to microblade my eyebrows, because my eyebrows take me forever every morning. And she was doing this package that you could have 2 ml jaw filler and 1 ml free somewhere else, wherever you want to have it. And I think I'm going to have it in my chin. So I wanted to try it to see if that will, you know, lift up my jawline a bit and maybe give me a bit nicer chin. Just, you know, I'm not scared of it, because like I said, fillers, if you don't immediately like it, you can dissolve fillers. They just inject something else, they will immediately dissolve the hyaluronic acid, or they just wear off with time. So I'm not nervous about it at all. I'm not cutting my face or anything. So I just want to see if that will make any difference. I will see if she lets me film it, but I don't really want to go. This is first time I'm going to her. I don't know her, so I don't want to put her on a spot. But I will ask if I can film it or not. Then I can show you. But I'm not having that done till the end of October. I think it's 25th or something like that. Because she didn't have any spaces before that. So I'm only having Botox in my crow's feet tomorrow, and then I will have the jawline filler. I've seen something they call 9-point face lift filler, that they inject it in 9 different points, and that lifts your face. So we will see if it makes any difference. I don't ever know. That's why I never have any good before and after pictures. One, I'm not really good at taking pictures, or I don't know how to pose for it to give you the best, you know, look and perspective on it. But maybe after I finish this video, I just sit here and pose in different directions, and then after I've had it done, I do it again. I don't know. I think of something. But yeah, so again, I've had no plastic surgery. The only things I've ever had done is fillers and Botox, but I don't do it regularly. Like I said, my under eyes, if they get worse, I might consider the filler again. But like I said, I would have it done with cannula. And eventually, if my eyes get so bad, I'm going to have a plastic surgery on them. I'm telling you now, it's not a secret. I will always tell you about it. Like I said, I even take you into the operating theatre if I can. Okay, my lovelies. So that is my story of why I look better than I did 6 years ago, and I definitely think I do look better than I looked 6 years ago. And I put it all down to good skincare with active ingredients, and they don't have to be very expensive either, you know. The rest is just marketing. Like, I really love the Luna oil, but it is so expensive. It's got basically retinol and some other stuff in it. You can get it much cheaper, you know, as long, I think you need to aim for like 2.5% retinol serums. And I'm not an expert at it. There is so many videos on YouTube about retinol that I don't want to talk in depth about it. But I honestly think that this is all down to that, and now and again with little help of Botox and fillers. So I hope that explains it all. And I'm so pleased that I've got this video now, so whenever I get the question, I will refer people to those videos. Thank you so much for watching, my darlings. Have a wonderful week and stay fabulous. Bye.